Hello and welcome to another custom figure video. Today I'll be looking at a figure that people have wanted me to do a custom figure video on for a while, and that is Omega from Series 2 of Parallel. This was originally made from a Lord of the Rings figure because I wanted to give him a little bit more of a grand, huge size, so he's more foreboding to David Tennant in the story. Of course, this was deliberately made for Parallel, and that is the reason I haven't done the figure video straight away, was because I wanted Omega's return in Parallel Series 2 to be more of a surprise. So, like I said, this was made from a Carl Urban Lord of the Rings figure. I can't remember what his character name is. And what I did was I took off his head and I added this cloak, as you can see. This was done when I used to use washing up glove. I tend to use paper now since I did my Doctor Strange, which you can find on my channel. But the washing up glove here does give it that nice plasticky look. The whole look was actually based off of a fan art image I found online. It gave me the inspiration for all the red and the tatters. The original figure was silver and red plated, but I then went through with a load of gold and changed that, so then it had gold to it. Of course, there's a massive artistic license here. It's not really based on anything in particular. I kept his skirt piece and his feet, and I wanted to use the original head from the Enemies of the Third Doctor figure set because I really like this head. And this is put on by a piece of milliput, which I then pushed down the head to give it the same shape as the inside. And then you can still see a bit of blue tack from where I animated, where I was able to put it in place. And it did actually give me a lot of articulation when it came to animating. He was able to move his head around like a ball joint, which was really helpful. And of course, I've only got one Omega, so I can put it back onto my original figure at other points. Other things I did was I added on a piece of armor over his shoulders to secure the extra cloak. And that, of course, is just milliput that I've painted gold and I've put all the way around the back. And like I said before, you can see that I've painted all the extra little bits of silver into gold to give it more of that red and gold look, which is what I wanted to do for this figure. The other thing I did for this figure was I made his staff, which you can see here. This was done using a paintbrush, and then I tried to sort of do a sort of staffy type shape at the end with milliput. It did break off at one point before I was even able to start animating, but I thought that gave it sort of that rugged Time War look, which I was trying to go for, so I decided to keep it broken, and I quite like that. So to paint him, the other bits I done was I just painted the cloak red. I did actually in the series, I've forgotten to put it on now, but I had a little red cape that I got from a cheap 4 figure, which just gave him a little bit more of like a tattered cape, which is what I was trying to do. I was trying to give him that sort of tattered look. Of course, he looks really great next to a Jail Guard, which is, of course, from the Antimatter universe, and he is the scale I wanted to give him that foreboding look next to this David Tennant that I happen to have to hand here. So, that brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, there's other custom figure videos on my channel, as well as figure animations using this figure. And also I do trailers and other videos coming soon. So thank you again for watching, and goodbye.